The peopling of Thailand refers to the process by which the ethnic groups that comprise the population of present-day Thailand came to inhabit the region, aside from ethnic groups representing recent expatriate migrations and the earliest Negrito arrivals. The ethnic groups of Thailand are all believed to be descended from ethnicities associated with clades of Y-DNA Haplogroup O. This suggests an ancient homogeneous ethnicity in Southeast Asia some 35,000 years ago, which, over time, spread out and independently evolved into diverse sub-ethnicities, branches of which found the way to Thailand at different points in history, employing different migration routes and modes of transportation, only after being infused with elements of other cultures along the way, via both exposure and interbreeding. The result is an extremely diverse population of distantly related tribes with a common Asian heritage steeped in ancient tradition. Early arrival of the Aboriginal Marnie people. The Salyams are an indigenous tribe of southern Thailand, who make their home on the Malay Peninsula. Although they now speak a Hmong Khmer language, they are not a Hmong Khmer people, but are a remnant of a much earlier migration into the region. The Marnie are the only Negrito people living in Thailand. This was proven when the Thai and Australian governments conducted DNA tests on them. Origin of the Negrito. The Negritos are among the least known of all living human groups, and their origin is much debated. The Malay name for them is Orang Asli, or original people. They are most likely descendants of the indigenous populations of the Sunderland mass and New Guinea, predating the Mongoloid and Australoid peoples who later entered Southeast Asia. Alternatively, some scientists claim they are a group of Australo-Melanesians who have undergone island dwarfing over thousands of years, reducing their food intake in order to cope with limited resources and adapting to a tropical rainforest environment. Regardless of the theory of origin, geographically speaking, they probably came to Thailand via the lower portion of the Malay Peninsula, through present-day Malaysia. Coastal migration of the indigenous Hmong Khmer populations. The Hmong Khmer ethnicities were among the earliest Aboriginal populations in Southeast Asia. The arrival of these ethnic groups likely represents the first waves of settlement in Thailand, although considerable inter-Southeast Asian migration has taken place since their arrival, especially during the prevalence of the Khmer Empire in Thailand. Archaeologists suspect that the Hmong Khmer may have spread through Thailand throughout the Metal Ages, bringing rice agriculture, metalworking, domestic animals, and the Hmong Khmer languages to the region. They are believed to have spread through Southeast Asia from west to east along the coast, and then subsequently migrated inland along the rivers to the central plains of Thailand, long before the arrival of the now dominant Thai. Origin of the Hmong Khmer peoples. Comparative linguistics reveals that the Hmong Khmer are of Austroasiatic descent. Genetic research suggests that Y-DNA Haplogroup O.A is the primary marker associated with the Austroasiatic ethnicities, suggesting that some 35,000 years ago, the Austroasiatic people were homogeneous with the Sino-Tibetan, Austronesian, and Hmong peoples, sharing a common homeland in Southeast Asia. The coastal immigration theory suggests that the Hmong Khmer probably first entered Thailand from the Malaysia. Regional Hmong Khmer migration throughout Southeast Asia and cross-cultural infusion. Throughout the history of Southeast Asia, the various Hmong Khmer and other Austroasiatic ethnic groups of the region have migrated from one territory to another within the region, for reasons such as the expansion and contraction of political boundaries, the expansion of individual tribal populations, and the threats imposed by other civilizations in the region. Also, in early days, the Austroasiatic were a hunter-gatherer civilization, a lifestyle which lends itself to continuous migration. Along with this ongoing intra-regional migration, there has been considerable cross-cultural intermarriage over the years between the Hmong Khmer peoples and other Southeast Asian civilizations, resulting in a Hmong Khmer population very different in both physical appearance and culture from other branches of the Austroasiatic ethnic tree who migrated elsewhere. Likewise, Hmong Khmer have largely assimilated into the later arriving dominant Thai population in Thailand, beginning at an early stage in the region's history, thereby infusing the culture and genetics into the modern Thai people. Individual Hmong Khmer ethnic groups in Thailand. Since the Hmong Khmer were aboriginal to the region, there is great ethnic diversity among the individual ethnic groups. In fact, there are at least 15 distinct Hmong Khmer ethnic groups who make their home in Thailand today. These groups have resided within Thailand for thousands of years, with the possible exception of the Pyarik peoples who are indigenous to neighboring Cambodia. The following Hmong Khmer ethnic groups currently reside in Thailand: Aslan Clade Kesu Kintak, Viet Hmong Clade So, Monak Clade Mon Yakua, Pyarik Clade Chong Chong Heap Chong La Chong Sam Racerok, Katuik Clade Biayu, Quyen Yu, Khmer. Other Austroasiatic people: Poloncic Clade Lao people, Khmuic Clade Lua language, Mal language, Malabari language. Arrival of Malayic peoples by sea. The Malay were historically a seafaring people, as is evident by the prominence on the islands of Southeast Asia, and they likely settled throughout the region via a mixture of sea and land routes. The Malayic migrations to Thailand took place over a vast expanse of time. The Hmong Khmer probably inhabited the Malay Peninsula prior to or contemporaneous with the Malay people, but long before the Thai came into the region. Origin of the Malayic peoples. It is believed that the ancient Malayic speakers were once part of a greater Malayo-Polynesian people who originated in Philippines and then expanded outwards into Sumatra and later into the Malay Peninsula, establishing substantial settlements in present-day Malaysia. They were part of an earlier Austronesian ethnicity originating on the island of Formosa. It is believed that the Y-DNA Haplogroup O.1 is associated with the Austronesian people, thus suggesting that prior to their arrival in Taiwan, they were part of an earlier ethnicity in China which encompassed the Sino-Tibetan and Austroasiatic people as well. Archaeological evidence supports this theory, and suggests that the Austronesians may have come to Southeast Asia via boat, south from mainland China through Formosa Island after settling for a period of time in mainland China. Individual Malayo-Polynesian ethnic groups in Thailand: Cham, Malay Patani Satin, Moklin Clade Mokan Moklan, Urak Loi. Gradual inland migration of Thai peoples from China. The Thai migration from the northern mountains into Thailand and Laos was a slow process, with the Thai generally remaining near to the mountainous regions within the region, where they were able to use the specialized agricultural knowledge relating to the use of mountain water resources for rice production. The earliest Thai settlements in Thailand were along the river valleys and along the northern border of the country. Eventually, the Thai settled the central plains of Thailand and displaced and interbred with the pre-existing Austroasiatic population. The languages and culture of the Thai eventually came to dominate the regions of both modern-day Laos and Thailand. In more recent times, many of the Thai tribes of Laos also migrated west across the border, establishing communities in Thailand. The Laotian Thai ethnic groups, often referred to as the Lao, are largely clustered in the Isan region of Thailand. origin of the Thai peoples. Comparative linguistic research seems to indicate that the Thai people were a proto-Thai-Kadai-speaking culture of southern China. Unlike the Malayo-Polynesians, they may originally have been of Austronesian descent. Prior to living in mainland China, the Thai thought to have migrated from a homeland on the island of Taiwan, where they spoke a dialect of Proto-Austronesian, one of its descendant languages. Unlike the Malayo-Polynesian group who later sailed south to the Philippines and other parts of maritime Southeast Asia, the ancestors of the modern Thai-Kadai people sailed west to mainland China and possibly traveled along the Pearl River, where the language greatly changed from other Austronesian languages under the influence of Sino-Tibetan and Hmong mean language infusion. The coming of the Han Chinese to this part of southern China may have prompted the Thai to migrate once again. This time they went over the mountains of southern China into Southeast Asia through the mountains of Burma and Laos to the north of today's Thailand. The Thai ethnic groups believed to have begun migrating south from China to Southeast Asia during the first millennium CE. While this theory of the origin of the Thai currently predominates, there is insufficient archaeological evidence to prove it, and linguistic evidence alone is not conclusive in support of the theory. However, it is believed the Y-DNA Haplogroup is associated with both the Austronesian people and the Thai ethnic fusion. Over the centuries, the Thai intermarried and absorbed many of the other populations who co-inhabited and/or politically occupied the region, particularly populations of Hmong, Khmer, Burmese, and Chinese descent. This fusion of ethnicity has led to considerable genetic diversity in the modern Thai people, and has resulted in a Thai population that differs in culture, language, and apparel from the Thai ethnic groups who remained in China. Many of the individual Thai ethnic groups have assumed a common Thai identity and have adopted a nationalistic view of the culture. Individual Thai ethnic groups in Thailand. There are presently more than 30 distinct Thai ethnic groups in Thailand, making up nearly 85% of the nation's population. The genetic stratification of the ethnic clades of the Thai ethnicity is an ongoing topic of debate among linguists and other social scientists. Continuous diverse Chinese immigration from the 13th century. The history of Chinese immigration to Thailand dates back many centuries, and the specific Chinese ethnic groups which made their way to Thailand are numerous. Although there is a greater concentration of Chinese from the southern provinces due to their geographic proximity to Thailand, the Chinese are a part of the greater Sino-Tibetan ethnicity, which also includes the Tibeto-Burmans. The Chinese immigrants were largely able to merge into the predominant Thai culture, and have contributed significantly to the economy and infrastructure of Thailand over the years. Every king of the Chakri dynasty which currently rules Thailand is part Chinese on his mother's side. Also of note, the Kek River in Thailand derives its name from the Thai word Kek, which is the Thai name for the Hakka people of China who settled along its banks in Phitsanulok province. Chinese immigration during the Ayutthaya period. Chinese traders in Thailand, mostly from Fujian and Guangdong provinces, began arriving in Ayutthaya by at least the 13th century. Ayutthaya was under almost constant Burmese threat from the 16th century, and the Qianlong Emperor of the Qing Empire was alarmed by the Burmese military might. From 1766 to 1769, the Qianlong Emperor sent his armies 4 times to subdue the Burmese, but all 4 invasions failed. Ayutthaya fell to the Burmese in 1767. During the Ayutthaya period, many Chinese traders and soldiers intermarried with local Thai, infusing Chinese culture among the population early in its history. 18th and 19th century male Chinese immigration. In the late 18th century, King Taksin of Thonburi, who was himself half Chinese, actively encouraged Chinese immigration and trade. Settlers came from Chaozhou Prefecture in large numbers. By 1825, the population of Chinese in Thailand had reached 230,000, and it grew steadily due to a constant stream of Chinese immigrants to the country throughout the 19th century. Early Chinese immigration consisted almost entirely of Chinese men who, of necessity, married Thai women. The children of such intermarriages were called Lukjin, meaning children of Chinese in Thai. 20th century immigration of Chinese families. The Chinese population in Thailand had risen to 792,000 by 1910. By 1932, approximately 12.2% of the population was ethnic Chinese. The corruption of the Qing dynasty and the massive population increase in China, combined with very high taxes, caused many families to leave for Thailand in search of work and a better life. Those who came before the First World War came overland by sailboats called sampans, while after World War II most arrived by steamship. The earlier tradition of Chinese-Thai intermarriage declined once large numbers of Chinese women began immigrating in the early 20th century. Moreover, the new arrivals frequently came as families and resisted assimilation, retaining the Chinese culture and living in all Chinese areas. Burmese infusion during the Ayutthaya period. Historical evidence suggests that Burmese intermarriage with the Thai in Thailand likely occurred during the Burmese occupation of Ayutthaya. These Burmese invaders from the pagan kingdom were largely of Tibeto-Burman ethnicity, particularly members of the Bama people, origin of the Tibeto-Burman peoples. The Tibeto-Burmans in Southeast Asia primarily took a migration route from western China, expanding southward into the Himalayas of Tibet, and southeast into Burma. Comparative linguistics suggests that the Tibeto-Burman ethnic groups are part of a larger ethnicity referred to as Sino-Tibetan. The Sino-Tibetan, Hmong, Thai, and Austronesian ethnicities all have a high incidence of Y-DNA Haplogroup O, which suggests a common ancestral ethnicity along the lines of 35,000 years ago in an area within the borders of the present-day People's Republic of China. Lolo migration from Tibet via Burma. Some Loloish tribes such as the Lisu arrived in Thailand as recent as 100 years ago, while others came at a much earlier date. The Lolo are believed to be descended from the ancient Khmer people of western China, who are also said to be the ancestors of the Tibetan, Naxi, and Khmer peoples. They migrated from southeastern Tibet through Sichuan and into Yunnan province, where the largest populations can be found today. Origin of the Lolo. The Lolo are one of the two major distinct Tibeto-Burmese ethnicities within present-day Thailand, along with the Karen. The Lolo migrated southeast from Burma into Thailand. Individual Loloish ethnic groups in Thailand. The Loloish of Thailand are generally hill tribes in the northern portion of the country, near the border with Burma. A list of the Loloish ethnic groups of significant size within Thailand are as follows: Southern Loloish Cladaka, Sub-Cladaka Lahu Bisumpi, Phanoi Agong. Northern Loloish Clade Lisu. Hmong migration from China via Laos. Like the Lolo, many of the Hmong ethnic groups are among the hill tribes in Thailand. The population is clustered in the northeastern region of Thailand near the Laotian border. The Hmong of Thailand generally migrated from China in the second half of the 19th century through Laos, where they established themselves for some time prior to their arrival in Thailand. An exception to the China-Laos-Thailand migration pattern is the Yumin people, who apparently passed through Vietnam during the 13th century. Prior to to entering Thailand through Laos. The Yumin arrived in Thailand approximately 200 years ago, contemporaneously with a large number of other Hmong migrants. Origin of the Hmong peoples. The primary homeland of the Hmong ethnicity is said to be Kwaiko, a province of southern China, where they settled at least 2,000 years ago. Poloncic arrival as Burmese refugees. The Poloncic people are indigenous Southeast Asians. The center of the population cluster lies in present-day Burma and neighboring regions of China. Many of the Poloncic people arrived in Thailand recently as refugees. Origin of the Poloncic peoples. The Poloncic are closely related to the Hmong Khmer. They are an Austroasiatic people of Burma. Individual Poloncic ethnic groups in Thailand. The following is a list of Poloncic ethnic groups of significant size in Thailand. Blang, Lamit, Lawa, Mok, Palong. Karen arrival as refugees from Burma. The Karen left Tibet and migrated to Burma as refugees, establishing themselves along the Burmese border with Thailand. When during World War II the Japanese occupied Burma, long-term tensions between the Karen and Burmese turned into open fighting. After the war ended, Burma was granted independence in January 1948, and the Karen, led by the KNU, attempted to coexist peacefully with the Burman ethnic majority. However, in the fall of 1948, the Burmese government, led by UNU, began raising and arming irregular political militias known as Sitwandan. In January 1949, some of these militias went on a rampage through Karen communities. In 2004, the BBC cited aid agencies estimates that up to 200,000 Karen were driven from their homes during decades of war, with 120,000 more refugees from Burma, mostly Karen, living in refugee camps on the Thai side of the Burmese-Thai border. The conflict continues as of 2009. Origin of the Karen. The Karen people's ancestors were from Tibet and Tibeto-Burman, and therefore distantly related to the Lolo. Individual Karen ethnic groups in Thailand. There are approximately 510,000 people of Karen descent living in Thailand. A list of the Karen ethnic groups of significant size within Thailand are PAO, PWO, Clade Phray, PWO, Northern and Western PWO, SGAW, BGHAI, Clade Sagorkaya. Khmuic arrival as refugees from Laos. The Khmuic people are indigenous Southeast Asians. The center of the population cluster in present-day Laos. They were by and large absorbed by the later arriving Thai ethnicity, except for small populations that migrated to the mountainous regions of Laos during the Thai migration into the region. Most of these ethnic groups entered Thailand recently as refugees from Laos around the outset of the Vietnam War. An exception is the Milabri, who are a nomadic people whose dwindling population has straddled the forests along the Thai-Laotian border for quite some time. Origin of the Khmuic peoples. The Khmuic peoples are closely related to the Poloncic peoples. They are an Austroasiatic people of Laos. Individual Khmuic ethnic groups in Thailand. The following is a list of Khmuic ethnic groups of significant size in Thailand. Khmu, Lui, Milabri, Phai, Phray, Tin. Expatriate populations in recent times. In recent times, since the development of intercontinental modes of transport in Thailand, including air travel, populations of Bengalis, Japanese, Koreans, Europeans, and Africans have added to the ethnic pool in Thailand, particularly around Bangkok. The Thai often refer to those of European descent as Farang, carrying the connotation of outsider.